Hi. So for question one, something that I found memorable was I found it pretty memorable that there's in a post-apocalyptic world that the thing that stuck with them was The Simpsons. It's like that just seemed weird to me. And for question two, identify three themes. Of the three themes I had were corruption, coping, and preservation. For corruption, we see how in Act Two we can how easily we can forget our humanity. For coping, it's just how everyone just deals with situations differently, and that's what they were doing with the post-apocalyptic in their post-apocalyptic world. And for preservation, people if they wanted to preserve the memories they had from before, and that's what they were doing with The Simpsons. And for question three, the kind of play I thought it was episodic, and that would be because it was just over a long period of time that was a span of 75 years. There are many characters, and it's just made up of a series of shorter scenes. And then um, Act 3 is similar to the first two because it's still they're all about Cape Fear. It starts off around a campfire, and then as the acts go on, it becomes much bigger. But once it hits Act 3, it becomes much darker. Just and some differences are Bart becomes the singing hero of the light opera, and Sideshow Bob has morphed into Mr. Burns, who is the evil villain. Oh, excuse me. And it just becomes a much darker play, and this setting is just dark in general. And for question four, um, so for popular culture stories that I would picture today, ones would be I Am Legend, because that's just a post-apocalyptic world with Will Smith as the only survivor, and that's just the kind of thing I would imagine a post-apocalyptic world would be like. You just you'd try to survive on your own and do whatever you can to stay alive. And so a couple questions I have for you is if this were to happen to us, what kind of stories do you think would survive an apocalypse? And then what do you think happened over the 75 years that made that big of a change to the between acts 1 and 2 to acts 3? What do you think happened over those 75 years? Thank you.